Fade from black with National Park Service logo centered over aerial shot of steep cliffs. Right pan of white flowers overlooking greenery, followed by right pan of green spine-like plants, the yucca in the foreground of a hiking trail. Middle-aged woman with long hair crouches next to a yucca with white flowers. A graphic fades in on the left-hand side that reads, Sam Heinrich's Colorado National Monument.
Codependency in nature is when two different organisms rely on one another for survival.
4 screen splits depict a fern-like plant, a clump of purple flowers, a green shrub-like plant, and tree roots, followed by a zoom-in of a beetle insect hanging on a plant.
There are lots of symbiotic relationships in nature where two organisms help each other out, but a special type of symbiotic relationship is a codependent relationship.
Middle-aged woman with long hair crouches next to yucca, followed by the spine-like plant with a ripe purple flower extending from the top of its leaves.
Where one species can't survive without the other. Narrow-leaf yuccas that are found here at Colorado National Monument are only pollinated by one insect species. That's the yucca moth.
A green screen with white words that read, The Yucca and the Moth, as a white butterfly-like insect flies around the words, followed by a white flower with the white moth inside of it, followed by a wide shot of 3 yuccas.
Yucca moths are crucial to the survival of yucca plants. Without the moth, the plant would lose its only pollinator.
Close-up of brown, dried-out flowers of the yucca shaking in wind.
And without the plant, the moth would lose its only food source.
Animation of white moth on white yucca flowers, followed by a separate animation of a red worm-like insect crawling up the white flowers.
Each depends on the other for survival. Yucca moths have creamy white wings that blend well with the flowers of the plant. As caterpillars, they are reddish pink and pudgy with no distinct patterns.
Medium pan of yucca plant with white flowers, followed by close-up of flowers with white moth flying in from the bottom left-hand side of the screen.
A female moth visits the flower of a yucca plant and takes pollen from the plant's anthers. She uses special tentacles around her mouth to carry a pollen ball to another plant for fertilization.
Close-up of white moth inside white flower, followed by pan of yucca with ripe purple flower extending from the top of its leaves.
When she lands in the new plant's flower, she will work tirelessly to ensure the pollen reaches the inside of the flower's stigma. That's where the pollen will fertilize the plant and allow the flower to produce a fruit.
Close-up of animated moth flying onto white flower, followed by a separate animation of a red caterpillar crawling down one of the yucca leaves.
When her hard work is done, she lays her eggs in the flower. When the eggs hatch, the larvae will eat the seeds and fruit produced by the plant. When they are of age, the caterpillars will bore out of the seed pod and emerge to burrow
Wide shot of 3 yuccas, followed by close-up pan of white flowers.
in the soil to cocoon over winter. The remaining uneaten plant seeds will be dispersed by wind, gravity, or hungry critters.
Middle-aged woman with long hair crouching on ground next to yucca, followed by ending screen of aerial shot of steep cliffs with National Park Service logo centered. Fade to black.
What can't you live without?